Hello, can you guys see me? Hopefully you guys can see me. Welcome to the channel. My name is Craig and everything seems to be pumping today. Will the markets gain back all their losses tomorrow, or is this just a relief rally because it dropped so much yesterday? We could watch that 10 o'clock for a reversal. We will be watching that, so make sure you stick around for that. Also, don't forget, during the live stream, in the live chat, make sure you're watching. I will be putting out a $200 promo code for Prime XBT. If you don't have a Prime XBT account, click the link below. You have to use my link for it to work. Sign up for an account. You don't even have to make a deposit for that to work. And if you are going to make a deposit, remember, we're coming to an end of the 100% deposit bonus. So whatever you deposit using my link or the promo code Savvy100, if you already have a account with my link, you get 100% deposit bonus. So if you put in $100, they put in $100. If you put in 10,000, they put in 10,000. They will do it up to 10,000. You can use it towards your margin. And let's get into it. So the Dow Jones is up 600, S&P up almost 80, Nasdaq up about 283. Everybody's super excited. So it's funny because yesterday it was doom and gloom at the end of the day on like CNBC, if you guys watch that. And then this morning it was all hyper, like everything is great, when really it hasn't recovered all of it yet. We have to wait and see what happens. Like I said, we really need to watch that 10 o'clock for a reversal. But what I do want to do is keep you guys in the loop here. Now watch, this is where we're at now. This was the Great Depression. Not saying it has to happen, but remember, we had green days. Over here, we had green, 6 months of green, right? We're going to have up days. We're going to have down days. We're going to have up weeks. We're going to have down weeks. But unless we break this high, I believe this is what we're looking at, guys. So be careful. And remember, this is a huge opportunity. This is not doom and gloom. This is massive opportunity, guys. So let's take a look before I get into the chat. Let's zoom in a little bit. So this is where we're at, right? This was yesterday. We have to get up to, let's see, where yesterday started. We have to get past 39,150 to break yesterday's. But remember, we could get a 10 o'clock reversal and come down. Remember when I talked about yesterday, an open and close below this 38,100 will be very bad for the bulls. Not bad for, you know, anyone's future. Guys, we could be looking at the biggest opportunity of our lifetime. I'm getting very excited for it. I hope you are too. So let's look at the S&P. S&P still below our wow, brain fart. Still below our resistance here at 50, let's say 5,400. Still looking for our target of about 4,800-ish. And if that breaks, obviously much lower. And taking a look at Nasdaq, getting a little pump up. But guys, look, we're below all the EMAs in the dailies on all of these. Let's throw the Dow Jones onto the daily chart just to look at that. Same thing, we're below. Oh, I don't have the EMAs on here, my apologies. But we're below the moving averages anyway. This is the 21 way up here. Regardless, that's where we're at. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, so we passed our 89 that we were talking about, 89.1-ish, right? And I told you your next point of resistance is going to be around 91,000 to 91,200. I did put some stop losses in my trades up above there. Not all of the trades, some of them. I am at a huge loss, and I'll show you guys that in the video here in a minute. Right now, I'm at a huge loss, right? But obviously, we haven't closed yet. In this trade, we're still up. Even if I lose, I'm still up a lot, right? We've already taken, we started the account with 7,000. We've already taken 20,000 out. So if we lost it all, we would be up 13. But as of right now, I think I'm up around 65,000 still, even if I take the loss. But we'll keep an eye on that, and I'll let you guys know where I'm at with it. But this is what I'm looking at for major resistance levels. So this was the first one, right? This wick. Well, I did expect us to wick these highs out. Now, if we break this 91.5, we do have other levels I want to look at, and I'm going to show you in the charts here in a minute. here's a major area. Obviously, our high volume node right here, about 97,000, although I have much more resistance before we get to there. So here's our daily, right? If we open or close this daily above here, and tomorrow's opens and closes above this 89,000, that's going to be pretty damn bullish for Bitcoin. So keep an eye on out for that. But what I wanted to show you is this trend line right here off of the 2021 and 2000, or I'm sorry, April 21 and November 21 wicks. We bring it all the way across, right? We talked about this way back when. Once we broke below this, I've got bearish, which would get us down towards this trend line here, which we nailed it. You know, I almost forgot about that. But anyways, I still think we have lower to go, guys, but let's take a look at where the major resistance is on this 2-day chart. And we're going to put a price label right on this here. So right there is where we're going to be looking for it, 93.4, 93.5. So I'm going to show you where I have my stops when I show you my trade. Where my stops are is obviously below that 93. But what I will be doing is adding more when I see a reaction off of this if we get up to them levels. So I will stay in my trades. I'm going to keep some of them in there. But like I said, I'll let you guys know, full transparency always on this channel. So this was our parabola, our fractal looking. We could still be doing it, although we got above our EMAs here, which would explain why we're getting the pump we are, right? All the resistance away. Nevertheless, does not mean this is a done deal yet. We could be looking, we could move our line, but we're not going to move that right now. Let's see, because we broke the EMAs. So I'm just going to keep it all right here right now. We still have our major bearish divergence up here, right? Just like we had back here. By no means have we broken the highs, so nothing to get too excited about there. Unless you got into a nice long here. Now, let's take a look at these highs right here on the 4-hour, right? So we go from this high to this high. Let's see where this 4-hour closes, but right now we're making, obviously, hidden bearish divergence with higher highs, but we'll keep an eye on that. If you can't really do anything till this 4-hour closes with this, right? And that's another 2 hours. Obviously, we won't be live then. Let's take a look at where the markets are. Dow's up 550 right now. We got about 7 minutes to look for the 10 o'clock reversal. So anyways, let's get into the chat. Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's having a fabulous, what day is it? Tuesday. I hope everyone's having a great day. Let me know what's going on if you're trading or if you're in a trade, out of a trade. Let me know what's going on in the chat below. Curious to hear what you guys got to say. Remember, we have to hit 50 likes before I give the $200 bonus promo code away. And remember, it only works for the first person to use it. So make sure we get 50 likes. If we get 100 likes, maybe I'll do another one before our time's up. But anyways, we need 50 for the first one. So let's see if we can get those likes. If you're watching this live on your mobile, exit the chat for a second, hit that thumbs up, and you can get right back in the chat. It's pretty simple. We got 100 viewers, and we always get stopped at 100 viewers. YouTube does not like me getting more than 100 viewers on a live, but that's okay. We can deal with that. And there may be more people, they're just not showing. I don't know what the hell's going on with it. But what's up, Jesse? What's up, Bear? How you doing, brother? I'm Susie. She smashed it. Hit the like. What's up, far away? You're short. Let's look at where we're at. Here, I'm going to show you guys a trade real quick. Drum roll, please. Boom. It is at 90,160. Currently, we're down 66,000. If we closed out now, we would still be up 76,000. I'm probably not going to let this get below 50,000 of our profits from all our other trades. So, I'm going to keep a close eye on this. Like I said, I got these 3 Bitcoin shorts stopped out right here if they get stopped. But like I said, if we break the 91.5 range, 92 range. I'll be looking for that 93.5 to re-enter, but I'll keep you guys updated on that. We're still up 76,000 right here if we were to close everything right now, right? Plus, so I'd be 96,000 total because we already took 20 out. Jay said FBTC. Well, let's take a look at the alts. I didn't even pull the alts up yet. Let's take a look at those. Where are we at? So remember, this was our bullish take. If we do make the all-time high or break the all-time high, we'd be looking at 136. That's still a possibility, but more and more is telling me that it's less likely. Just look down here, right? This looks, why do I have two RSIs on here? Let me get rid of this RSI. Oh, this is stock RSI. So you can see how high the stock RSI is on the 3-day. Every time we get to these levels, we have obviously some major downside. So another reason to be cautious. Look how high we are here on the stock RSI, right? Just another thing to pay attention to. So Solana not really getting a pump. So a lot of things saying it's kind of weird about this pump, right? Because everything's not pumping along with it. It's just certain things. And I know a lot of people are like, Bitcoin is a hedge now and it's safe when the markets. But if you look at the reality of the situation, which I'm going to show you right now, before we get back into that, I want to point this out. So you can see how far we are down on the Dow, right? Compared to this, nothing. And if we take a look at Bitcoin, right, we're still way the hell down. Bitcoin's high was 109,000. So right now, we can't even, we're still 29 or 20,000 below the all-time high, which is huge, guys. Something to pay attention to. I know the FOMO and all that gets very exciting, but we can also take a look at these highs here. So far in this 4 hour, we're making a lower high in the RSI, a higher high in the price action. Again, can't really make a judgment off the 4 hour till it closes, but is what it is. How to add code in BITUNIX. It's not in BITUNIX. It's in PrimeXBT. That's down below. Sign up with PrimeXBT. BITUNIX, if you guys are trading, you don't use KYC, no VPN required. Also, you could use BITUNIX down below. Right now, there's a trading competition in there. I think it's almost up. I have to double check, but first prize was a Tesla or $30,000. Second prize was a Rolex or $12,000, and it goes all the way down to like a Apple iPhone. A bunch of different prizes, but you can also sign up to BITUNIX down below using that, and you get some bonuses signing up using my link. What's up, Donna? Good morning. Too small long this morning, 88.5. Nice. Nice job, Jose. Did you happen to share that in the group? We got 48 likes. We need 50 likes, guys. Okay, let's take a look at the altcoins real quick. Let's take a look. Where are we at? Solana. Solana's kind of just lingering around right here. Let's see if we can... Let's put it in the daily and just look for any daily divergence we might be making. Ooh, it's going to be an interesting close today. Keep an eye on the daily close on Solana. Right now, it's even. But we're going to be making some huge divergence here. From there to there. Keep a super close eye on that. I mean, this one, it could pump all the way up. Remember, we were talking about possibly touching the bottom of this channel. If everything pumps big time, we may see that, right? But I'd watch for a major rejection here. XRP is really a big nothing burger. It's getting rejected at this big high volume node here. Our next high volume node is about 241. Then we have our 55 EMA at about $2.20. If that breaks, then we could be looking to come up and test this trend line here. Let's say... Actually, depending on how long it takes, right? But say $2.50 would be your next point. If it breaks that, then we could be going all the way up to that 391 we talked about, and that would mean everything's going to be going to its new high or a high, right? Let's take a look at Cardano. Nothing a whole lot to see here either. RSI is looking like it could have one more pop up. This is kind of strange. Let's see. If it does pop and everything gets a pop up, we could see a retest of this right here. Let me get in there. Where's this at? Price label. All the way up to this range. Wouldn't that be something? 72 cents. We're at 65 cents, so it's not a huge deal if it got up there. Let's take a look at Ethereum. So this is Ethereum on our, let me get this out of our way. Ethereum's doing horrible. This is the monthly. Let's go down to the daily. Take a look at Ethereum on the daily. We hit our target. You guys knew we had this $1,500 target for an extremely long time. We hit it. We're trying to get a bounce here. We have a huge resistance at 1900, and if that's able to break, then again we come test our trend line, which we broke up here around 2300. If we're going to be bullish here, if we're going to be bearish, obviously it's just going to turn right back around. Right now it's getting rejected at the 21 EMA, right where we're at. If we can get above that 21 EMA, which is about 1660, so if we open and close, say tomorrow's above 1660, then we're pretty bullish. Maybe coming up to test the 55, which is going to be around 19,000. So there's your numbers to keep an eye on for that. Litecoin obviously got a bounce from where we thought. Your next resistance is right here at the $83, $84. And then you have your 55 EMA all the way up here towards 87 to 88, right? And we can move this up now off this trend line. So if this is going to be any kind of clue for Ethereum, right? We broke the 21 EMA here for Ethereum, or I mean for Litecoin. So if Ethereum is going to do the same thing, we're going to break here, right? So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Unless you're trading. If you're trading, trade accordingly. So here's another thing I wanted to talk about real quick is, thanks guys. We got 59 likes. Keep them coming. I will be posting that in the chat here pretty soon. So make sure your Prime account's open, and make sure you open this part right here where it says more. Go to your promo codes, and remember, you can only have one promo code at a time. So if you're already using the Savvy 100 for the account bonus, then you're gonna stop that if you try to put in this code. But if you're not using any codes right now, you can put in this code that I'm going to put in there. First one to put it in gets it. It's a free $200 in your account. You cannot take the 200 out, but you can trade it and keep whatever profits you make off of it. Okay. Yeah. And you don't even need to deposit anything to get it. That's the best part about it. So especially if you're new to trading, this is a great way to get started, because it's $200 that you can really make money off of, or lose. You know, you can't lose. Basically, you can lose the 200, but it wasn't yours anyway, right? So, anyways, that's how you do it. Let's go back over to So what I wanted to talk about was Tesla. Like, they're putting all this negative news out, making it like Tesla is getting destroyed because of such and such, and because of what Elon's doing in the government and all that. But really, it's just doing what the markets are doing, right? We've expected this for a long time. We got our bounce where we expected our bounce. Once this breaks, we're looking for the 151. If that breaks, we have much lower targets. As you guys know, I've said for a long time, guys, this does look like a five-wave structure here. And it could have ended in this little one here, because that went lower than this, right? So we could be looking just to get an ABC, something like this, and then continue down. But we'll be keeping an eye on it. That's if the markets continue up, right? Everything here is just going to follow the markets, do what the markets do. Let's take a look at gold. We have not looked at, well, Nvidia is getting a little pump also. Is it 10 o'clock yet? Oh, it's after 10. Let's pull up the Dow Jones, and we'll go into the small time frame. Let's go into the 1 minute, and we'll see if we're getting a reversal yet. which we are not. So we may not get the 10 o'clock reversal, or maybe we do. What time was this here? 9:46. It may be the 10 o'clock reversal, guys. It's getting a little pushed down here. Let's see what happens. If it can get, well, this is the 1 minute chart. I'm not going to get all crazy, but it does look like we may be getting a 10 o'clock reversal here, guys. I don't know, but I'm sure that Thursday is going to be bloody. Why do you think Thursday is going to be bloody? Just curious. What's up, Robert? What's up, Gillian? Good morning. Watch the US 30. I don't ever watch the 30. I watch the 10. Where is that at? Right here. I watched the 10. The 10's getting a little pushed down today, but it's still above the EMAs, and it does look like the EMAs are steering to cross. But this is the daily. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with the daily. But it does look like we're going to get another push up. You guys know my next target says 44.8. Let's take a look at, whoops, that's not what I wanted. Let's put the trend-based fib on. We're going to go from this low to this high to this low and see where the 1-to-1 would be. It's going to be about 4,996, say 5. If this is a correction, ABC, we could get up to this range here, which would be our old high here. So it's something to keep an eye out. If that happens, markets are probably going to get a nice hefty push down. But I will start looking at the 30. Again, I don't watch the 30, Donna. I know you do. Please post your charts in our members section of what you're looking at on the 30. Curious to see that. Robert said, just don't lose it all. I'd take out the 50K. I'm gonna be all right. I'm not gonna lose it all, obviously. I'm gonna take, I explained what I'm doing. I'm still okay with where I'm at. We're still way up. It's all good. And guys, these aren't my only trades. These are the trades I'm showing you live, right? Coffee's done. But let me, what's the Nasdaq doing? Let's take a look. Nasdaq right here was your, looks like it tried to reverse at 10 o'clock, pop back up. Oh, this is Dow Jones. I'm sorry. It's not helping us. Nasdaq, same thing. We're just below here. That's S&P. Nasdaq, we're still below our resistance. So as long as we're below this trend line here, 16.8, still bearish on Nasdaq. In the bigger picture, right? 5,400 is our resistance for S&P. Still bearish as long as we're below there. And Dow Jones, let's go to the 4-hour. Still bearish as long as we're below that 40,000, right? 40,600, you can say. But guys, look how much this stuff is down. Just be careful with getting too overly excited, right? Yeah, just be careful. Nobody knows what's going to happen for sure. I like to share my ideas, and the chat's here for you guys to share yours. Please, Savvy, get a gallon of coffee. I think I already had enough coffee this morning. I started this a little later than normal. But yeah. Is Bitcoin still correlated to the Dow? Should we just be watching the stock market? Bitcoin, yes, in the big picture, it's still going to be correlated, right? I know a lot of people are saying now it's a safe haven because while the stock market was going down, Bitcoin was either holding or going up. That's happened a million times in the past. Since I've been around, I've been with Bitcoin since 2017, 2016, 17. 17 is when I got really into it. 16 is when I started paying attention to it. 17 is when I got into it. But like I said, I've seen this a million times where everybody thinks it decoupled and now Bitcoin's on its own and it's doing its own thing and it's the new gold and blah, blah, blah. And it always reverts right back to following the stock market. Why? Because it's a high risk asset. No, I don't care what anyone tells you. It's a high risk asset, period. And gold can still go up. We have that target of 3,775. It could even go up higher than that, but just look how straight this is. Let me get this stuff off here. Just look at how straight that's going up. And we can see what happens after that gold does that, right? It did it back here in the 80s, right? In 1980, bam, did it right here. This is probably the biggest run up for gold ever. So be careful, because when something goes straight up like this, it comes down pretty quickly. So just be careful. Not saying it's going to go down now, but it's going to go down here. And when it does, it's going to be a big drop, not a little drop, right? And that's going to align with what I think's going on with traditional markets, which is bad news, right? For traditionals. We're still here. Yeah, I do think there's a great possibility this is, and not just because of one particular thing, other than 100 years, right? 100-year cycle. And yes, it's 1929, and now it's, 25. So we have 4 more years. I mean, you could look at it that way, but in reality, how I look at it is structure. Look at the structure. Look at the high, the lower high, or the low, right? The higher high, the lower low, the huge run up. Now we're having the drop. Probably should have happened here, but government had to intervene, and all kinds of weird stuff was going on, and there was fake things happening, and to stop the world and all that stuff. And why? To get lower rates and pump the market and make huge inflation. So if they do it again, and you think last inflation was bad, you just wait, because normal people aren't going to be able to afford anything. Most of them can't right now anyways. And if you are rooting for lower rates, you're rooting to quit being able to afford what you're doing in most cases. So I would be careful. I used to get the error, you need to reload the cookies or space before entering the code in promo. That might fix the contact support. The weekly on Bitcoin looks super bullish. The weekly on Bitcoin looks super bullish. Let's take a look at the weekly. So here's what I'm going to do on, we have some weekly charts here, right? Here's a weekly. Actually, this is a 2-day. Let me throw this on the weekly and just see how it lines up with this stuff. It doesn't look super bullish, though, in my opinion, at all. But we'll look at it. So you can see, here's the weekly. If we go off of these two tops here, right? Bitcoin's been bearish ever since it dropped below here. And it'll remain bearish until it gets back above there. And that is... So there's literally no reason to be bullish on Bitcoin in the macro, unless you can get above this 93.5 and hold on the weekly, right? This is just a simple trend line off of these. And if you guys were watching back here when we were waiting for this to break the 92.5, and so once it broke that, we were going down in a big way to at least the 55, which we did. We even wicked past it. But I still believe we have much further to go in this. Who won? Who won? I want to know who won. And we got 67 likes. If we would have gotten more likes, I would have thrown another one out. But we need to get to 100 likes. Can you guys do that? If you can get to 100 likes, I'll throw another one in there. I never got the change to get the promo. It's always activated. I don't know what you're saying. I never got the change to get the... I don't know what you're saying there. Flash Gordon got it. Shazam. Oh, Flash Gordon got it? Oh, there is no Flash Gordon. That was a joke. Alrighty. Well, congratulations to whoever got it. We'd appreciate it if you came in and let us know you got it. That would be awesome. 117 viewers, 75 likes. Ooh, you guys are trying to push it up there. If you guys are watching on your mobile, exit the chat and hit the thumbs up button. If you're watching on TV, I think it's over to the right. You hit more and it'll give you the option to hit the thumbs up. Maybe that's the problem, that we're not getting that 100. I can't get the promo. You can get the promo. Unless you already have a activated promo. If you already have one that's active, you can't. And far away, that promo only works for the first person to use it. This one, when I put it in, the Savvy 100 for the 100% deposit bonus works for everyone. It's a new account and it's zero and is zero. Is it not under my link? That could be a reason too, because these can only work if you use my link. Always under you. I don't know. Contact customer support and let them know. They've helped other people with that stuff before, and they can explain to you what's going on. And if once they figure it out, let me know so I can let other people know if there was an actual issue. Weekly League contest in Prime XBT, you can create a trading competition. Yes, I am actually going to be having a trading competition soon. So right now the 100% deposit bonus is until the 24th. You can do that. And once you activate it, it's active for 14 days, but you have 2 more days to do that. If you haven't already, make sure you sign up, and you get that 100% deposit bonus. That's huge. 86 likes. We're almost to 100. You guys might get... I'm out of coffee, though, so I might leave. I tell you what, I'll give you 3 more minutes. If you get the 100 likes, I will give another code away. If not, then we wait till next time. But if you got 3 more minutes to get to 100 likes, and I'll toss another promo code out there for you. Come on, guys, let's go. We'll be sharing this in family group for likes. I posted my US 30 entry on our members group. Nice, quick, in and out. Cool. Appreciate it, Donna. I'll check it out after this. And then I got some yard work to do today, so I probably won't be around much on any other platform or anything. Springtime's a very busy time for me around here, especially with the property. We still got a lot of new stuff we're trying to do here, so I apologize for not being around much in the Discord, but I notice a lot of you guys are very active in the Discord. I appreciate that, and I still pop in when I can to look. I will be a lot more active in there soon, once all the spring stuff's done. 105 likes. Damn, you guys are killing it today. Nice job, guys. Nice freaking job. There you go. There is the promo code. Let me know who wins it. I am happy. I will be happy to see who gets it. Excuse me. Excuse me, guys. Right on, Bear. I put 5 account. You put it in 5 accounts, you mean? Right on, Haley. Rock on. Congratulations. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. No, I haven't. Yeah, I seen you said that. I haven't found any. I looked around. I look around here while I'm walking dogs. I need to actually go out and hunt some morels. Does anyone in here hunt morels besides me and Bear? Before I go, curious. And are you getting any? Yeah, people are starting to, I belong to a group on Facebook up here, Michigan Morels, and people are starting to find them, and I'm Southern Michigan, so. Mr. Nobody, have you gotten anything yet? They're just popping by you, Bear? All right. Leong said, I'm a forever bear. I hunt Chewy. Nice. Mr. Nobody, heck yeah, Chewy. Nothing yet. Right on. I came in Saginaw in Flint. Oh, nice. All right, guys. Thanks again for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. If you're watching this afterwards, after the live, if you're watching this later on in the day, make sure you leave a comment below. A lot of scam comments, and we need to overrun those so they quit popping up so much. I do appreciate you guys. I'm out. Have a great one.